Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the New York Jets and the New Orleans Saints. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him. At the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's got room. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That good for 19 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, when you go from 2nd to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you to run that back on the way it's played.
The first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mills now. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, it's a 43-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that? And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They go play action. Mills. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Right around the 5 here, brings up third.
I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mills. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space. When they dumped it to the back, he was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Mills to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line. But this is just going to make things worse.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Gay now set to kick it off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're capable of doing so.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Mills. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Slot man moves right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Second and 9 from the 44. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. So that is a very nice play, Charles. A very speedy quarterback.
And sometimes all your best laid plans are play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Cook up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Third and short yardage, Mills. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result,
touchdown Jets. Justin Jefferson, 31 yards. And the Jets are able to move back in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, it's Fields. Able to find Gray here. Touchdown, Saints. Danny Gray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we'll give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. In motion right is Austin. Final play of the half, Mills. This one brought in by Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Etienne. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The goal is certainly to try to make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team. On 3rd down, here's Mills. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant. On 1st and 10, Mills. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead. And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field. Mills going to throw for it. Buying time to his left. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
From the 24, Fields going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
To throw is Fields. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Pete Werner.
And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage, what they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that kid.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Working out of the gun, Mills. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. The extra point by Gay is up and good. That will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Jets take over first and 10. Their own 17.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Play fake, Mills. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on second and long. Mills. Forced out to his left. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A give. This is Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now Mills. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
First down, Jets.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Throwing, Mills. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
In motion, left goes Boyd. On second down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get 1 minute to go now in the football game.
Not an explosive play. They've got the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Etienne once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So this will be a victory